Pimping just started.
The original liar is the woman, and she continues to lie her way through life. And now,
Look at that.
I'm just saying, and now the offspring of wretched club bitches rule the street.
The offspring of wretched club.
The offspring of wretched club bitches are out there in large numbers. Brothers used to have to worry about the police and stuff like that. Now you have to worry about these misguided children that was raised by a woman
Only.
who her backup comes from the court system, and the children are trained against the man.
Are you saying
Yes.
that, wait, hold on. Are you saying that a woman cannot raise a balanced child on her own without the help of a man?
What I'm saying is, because diamonds are a girl's best friend, they don't care that the person who is giving them their power is destroying the community. They are still willing to go with that because they get the rewards.
Absolutely.
But what about what DT said about balance? This is what I think.
There can never be balance unless the person who is in power, who should be in power, is in power. The people in power now are evil. And women are like, well, fuck it, they in power, so we running with them.
So you saying whoever got the power, they got the women.
Right, so we don't have to worry about the women necessarily because they will follow whoever is in power.
Dr. Mark does not agree with you.
If I got money at the club, I got power. I can fuck most of the bitches in the club, and I know motherfuckers don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. Whoever is in power, that's who the women will follow automatically.
Good or bad.
Our war is
so
not
I can
with,
be a devil worshiper, but if I got power, it's
our war is not with the women. There are resources. Our
Baby, you
war,
want some more Lucifer juice?
Right. Our war is with the people in
Lucifer juice.
power.
Absolutely.
They'll follow behind once we get our power back.
Interesting. You don't agree either, Brandy, do you? I see you looking.
He's
so.
steaming.
Yeah, I just think it's all
Her
ridiculous.
talisman is glowing.
You're upset that a woman can't raise a child properly by herself. Well, why don't you take yourself home and raise your child too?
Okay, here's the reason.
There's a reason a lot of black men aren't in the home.
I'm sure there is.
Did you want that answer?
I'm sure there are.
Would you like that
No,
answer?
give me an
In
answer.
general, men should never get mad at women because I guarantee you, no matter how much they yap, if you have the money and power, them bitches will be right up under you. You don't even have to. I don't give a fuck if a bitch hate me. If I got enough money and power, that bitch will smile with me and do what the fuck I want her to do as long as she can get some money or whatever from me.
So you
it
saying
doesn't even matter.
money and power purchases the woman.
Look at all of the single moms. And they want to act like they're victims. They're not victims. They just fuck who they want to fuck instead of who they should fuck.
All relationships are based on a level of dependency. The children, you need somebody you need your parents. Men, historically, you needed a woman there to take care of the home. Women needed the man to protect them. There was always a need there. In the 60s, we had this independent shit where I don't need no man. That shit started popping. And look what happened. The shit just really unraveled. So we have to go back to that perspective and find out what went wrong. That independent thing destroyed the community.
You should turn that into a
DT,
question.
let me do this. DT, let me ask you this.
Tariq,
DT,
the politicians.
DT, hold on.
Yes.
Let me ask you this. You're the men's advocate in the room, right? She went to school for this here, UCLA.
That's right.
Is there some real grounds for men to have an argument, a grievance for how society is going in terms of, we already know there's a judicial gender bias in court.
Or should we just go home and take care of our damn kids?
Should we just suck it up and just stop bitching?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, there are grievances.
Brandy said yes. We should shut up.
And yes, there are laws that need to be changed. And yes, custody issues do need to have a complete overhaul. But shy of all of that happening, I agree. Prior to 1964, black men were very relevant. They were very important in the household. Go ask your grandpas and your uncles and what have you. They were very relevant, and the politicians bought your vote. Lyndon Johnson said, we're going to create this social program, so if you pop out more kids and there's no husband around, you're going to get more money. That's where it started. The politicians bought you out. But prior to then, black men and black head of household households were very relevant and there was no broken families back then.
So here's my point.
You know, so
black male
we have to
in,
figure
in a position where he couldn't protect you, you can get raped, and he has to stand there and watch that. On a subconscious level, there's a certain level of disrespect there because he can't protect you. But sisters still wrote it out in the 1960s when they gave sisters the option of, hey, we'll take care of you, you don't need him no more. A lot of sisters was like, cool. So we got to be real about that. We keep getting blamed for abandoning the family, but a lot of women go into relationships saying, well, I'm going to have a baby and I don't need no man. So they're making a point and a decision to have kids by themselves even before a man gets to abandon them. So we got to be very realistic about
Tariq,
that.
that's an interesting point you make, because radical feminism has a concept called the disposable man. But can we really get mad when pimps and Macs have a concept called pimps up, hoes down? Isn't that not the same thing?
Okay.
We can't have double standards, right?
All right. Here, let's.
I'm talking to Tariq.
Okay.
You just don't ignore. You just ignore that.
Okay.
Just listen by Dr. Mark Goulston.
All right.
Here you go.
Let me open this up.
Get a couple.
Let me open this son bitch
Get a couple of bars.
Get that.
Tariq, please.
But yeah, but the concept of pimps up, hoes down, that goes back to what Corey was saying. It goes back to power. There's always been men in power who had a whole bunch of women and the option to have a whole bunch of women and to do whatever you wanted to do with them women. That goes back to the ancient pharaohs of Egypt and the kings of Europe. They would have a wife and 8 or 9 mistresses. So the word Mac and pimp, that's relative to the situation because there's always been relationships like that, and that's just a power-based relationship.
Okay.
Now you.
Okay.
Wow.
And in the
Push back if that's all right.
And let's go back to the 60s. Right in the middle of the 1960s, that's when the black community gave up its economic base. And we integrated money. And once we did that, you notice the independent thing popped right on up. Because the thing is, we as black men, we became dependent on the system for employment, work, jobs, homes. So black women were like, if you're dependent on him and I got to depend on him, fuck you. I just go directly to him now. Whereas other groups and immigrant groups, when they come over, they don't try to get jobs. They come over and they build their communities. They get their businesses.
Tariq, can it be said that the system
allows
has marginalized black men and not black women?
Absolutely. Absolutely, because the system economically deprived the black community on purpose. I mean, when you look at Jim Crow, that was purposeful economic deprivation. No blacks here. You can't work here. These all-white unions, they went out of their way to economically deprive us, and then they came in as the rescuer saying, okay, black woman, since you don't have no money, we got you, but he can't come in the home. And if you remember, in the 1960s, when they would put black women in these housing projects, they would literally go in those projects looking under beds, looking in closets, looking for male shaving, shoes, all that stuff. Literally making sure there was no man nowhere around. And before that, black women would be very selective about the men they procreated with. There have always been dusty-ass dudes in the black community. Women just wouldn't fuck them. After the 1960s, you didn't have to worry about the dude being dusty. If he had cute eyes and swag, you fuck him and have a baby with him and you'd still be great.
You look like Elder Brown.
And that's when everything went downhill.
Leadership in this country has made women who have a history of 5 or more uncommitted dicks in their body think that they are respectable people. They don't even think they hoes. They think that they just good people walking around, but they spend their whole life until they get too old and don't nobody want them no more, chasing imaginary shit because the leadership in this country told them that you are still a woman. You're not a whore. You're not a whore, but in fact, you are a whore when you go around sleeping with everybody that you are, like especially the cute girls. They are the real whore. Oh, they got options up the ass, so they think that it didn't work out with him. The Kardashians are not women who are standout fucked up people. They just like almost all of the women I meet. I'm just saying, it's just they got money.
Is that why they're famous? Because
they got money and they got fame. But most of the girls who I know,
they are famous because these broads identify with them.
The ones I met in Hollywood, that's how they get down. It's like, but then they act like angels when they think you don't know their story, but everybody tell your story. That's another thing these women got to understand. These dudes are not loyal to you. They put you out there, everything you did, and you can't believe everything people say, but when enough people say, "Oh, that bitch, whoop de whoop de whoop," but we know you, bitch. You can't act like you not no motherfucking jump around, bitch. Everybody know you.
Dr. Goulston, I need you.
How many? That's what I'm talking about.
But see, those are the ones you see automatically. Like, you know they wretched, but you got the women who hide out in
the under the
right.
cloak and
They act like they good people, but if you follow their behavior for the last few years, it's a reason they in the position they in today. But they'll never claim it. They'll never say, I'm a raggedy bitch who fucked who I wanted to fuck. People who never had good intention by me. I just wanted to be with that person because they either had money or they had long, pretty hair. These are the bitches. They worse than the bitches in the car with the strollers because they didn't keep all their kids. They killed all their kids. They call it abortion, but they had them kids yanked.
Sucked out of the same.
Them bitches need to wear Yankee caps. I'm just letting you know. I'm just saying.
And Corey Holcomb walks the bases.
They won't show themselves. They're hi, I'm so and so. I'm dignant. I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. Lousy bitch.
Just lousy.
Lousy bitch.
Lousy.
Raised by lousy.
I know they lousy bitches. That's why I offer them money for pussy immediately. How much for your pussy?
Yeah.
And most of them be like, oh. And then later on, they be like, okay, man. That's how it goes. This is a world of wretched bitches. And I'm not even blaming them. It's the power structure that has built them into being that way. Of course, there's men who ain't shit. But trust me, these women are in control because they have the backing of the people in power. That's why you go to jail and they don't.
Wow.
There is that.
Hey,
let me.
No. I'm not married and I don't have any children.
No children.
No children,
You didn't
not married.
keep any children or you don't have any children?
None of your business.
Corey. Shit,
That means she didn't keep them.
All right. I'm going in this direction. There are
Earl Campbell of
I didn't keep any lousy dudes either. That's what it means.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right.
You didn't keep them by the
I'm trying.
Come on, Jeff.
Okay.
Buy pussy from these bitches to the war start. That's all you do. That's all you do. Don't talk to these bitches.
Brandy.
You talk to these bitches, you're gonna lose your mind.
Brandy, help us.
I feel sorry for your baby mother.
I feel sorry for your aborted kids.
Where are we?
Oh. Sorry.
So I think
You can't make any assumptions about my life.
Let's go.
Wait.
She made assumptions about my life.
No, I didn't.
She feel sorry for my baby mama. My baby mama, everybody all right.
She's speaking in general.
I'm speaking in general.
She said my baby mama.
Yes, she did.
She's speaking
I
in
said
general.
your. So, but I mean, if you.
I mean, she was just talking generally.
In
not
general.
Everybody is fucked up. Yeah, Caucasian people are the reason me and Brandy aren't getting along right now. Because if Brandy was raised in a village where people were taught respect, me and her would get along fine. But Brandy takes offense to me saying the word bitch.
You say a village.
Right.
I take offense to you saying lousy bitch.
You're lousy bitch.
Lousy bitch.
Because she feels I'm talking to her.
No, but
She
you.
thinks I'm talking about
Okay,
her.
Corey, you
so-
thought I was talking to you when I said I feel sorry for your baby mother. So maybe we're a little bit equally yoked here.
apples and
Maybe
bowling
no.
balls.
Hold on, stay out of this.
That's
Jeff.
apples and bowling balls.
I want to address Corey right now because Corey believes that I don't love him. And
I know you don't love me.
Right? No.
Corey
Listen, believes that I don't have love for him, and I'm telling you right now that is absolutely 100% wrong.
Oh, okay.
As a black woman, listen, as a black woman, I can't be any more support. I do.
Come
I
give him
couldn't
a big
be
old
any
juicy
more
wet kiss.
supportive. You know, because
We need
then I'll be his
confirmation.
hoe. I'll be his lousy bitch hoe. But I can't. I am so supportive, and I am so far behind getting behind brothers, black men. I mean, I love everybody as human beings, but I
What
want
about
to
beyond
see.
the physical part?
I was going to say this.
Let's have common language. When people say they love you and veins are sticking out their neck and their forehead about to cave in, I mean, that's hard for us to, your shoes is too tight and you can't pull up on the lace. You
Bobby.
ain't got to tell nobody. It's going to show on your
I
foot.
love you.
Yeah.
Can I get? Okay. Can I get you?
Actually, though,
Can I get
no.
the
All right. Hey.
Can I have the doc ask me that question, please?
No, Corey Holcomb?
Yeah, so you can check out my movie I'm coming out with. I put together and everything. It's called 12 Years of Side Bitch. Story about a bitch who hung in there with a motherfucker. They got They got powerful scenes when the actress like, you said you was gonna be free. Powerful movie for you side bitches out there, white.
That's gonna play right after Scandal.
God damn!
And
oh shit!
Everybody who know me, man, y'all know I'm silly. I hate when people take me seriously.
God damn!
After the show is over, I hope Brandy still got love.
Corey,
for me.
come on, you know I got love for you. I said that before, and everybody attacked on me.
Yeah, 12 years aside.
Your forehead don't relax.
All right, so
anyway, Twitter.
It does. Okay,
on my Twitter, all I do is say stupid shit like this. That's the Corey Holcomb on Twitter. The Corey Holcomb. TheCoreyHolcomb. That's what I do. Yeah. All right.